Hello everyone and welcome to Rani Cooks Desi, where you can not only learn amazing Indian food with us but also cook it live with us. We send you ingredients list in advance so that you can keep it handy and cook with us. The recipe that we are cooking today is the most requested one from our amazing subscribers, from you guys. So without further ado, let's welcome our in-house chef and the expert, Rani.
Hi Purva,
Hello, welcome.
how are you?
I'm good.
Hi
So,
everyone.
so as I was saying to everyone, that today's recipe is one of the most requested one. So, what it is?
So today we are going to learn how to make ghee. Ghee is one of the most popular ingredients which we use in Indian recipes, and I'm sure you must have heard a lot about it because it's getting popular like nobody's business. So without further ado, let's start ghee. So ghee is usually made with unsalted butter. So you can take any unsalted butter, but mostly it's better to have butter from which is cultured first of all from grass-fed cows or I always do this. It never works.
We're
Let's
going
see
to
if
get
it
it
works this
fixed.
time.
We're going to get it fixed, guys.
Okay,
Sooner than later.
I know. All right. Okay. So we can do any kind of butter,
Okay.
but it has to be unsalted, preferably.
Any
Okay.
butter, any brand is
Any
okay.
brand is okay. You can organic is better. So better butter will make better ghee. So so that's the thing. So I've just taken like 8 ounces of butter, okay, and I'm going to put it in my uh, container,
Okay.
okay, and it's better to put it on slow. uh, you know, fast things don't make sense sometimes. Like fast food is not good for you. Anything fast in life except cars are not good for you.
Right.
So let's take it slow. Okay?
Right.
Okay?
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So, Purva, let me tell you what ghee does.
Yeah, of course.
So we call in India, it's known as ghee, and it has been used from like really ancient time. It has been actually mentioned in Ayurveda, which is like about 5,000 years old science. I'm which tells the good effects of ghee. So as you can see, it's kind of splurting a little bit. So I'm going to stir it a little bit.
Right.
Usually I try not to touch it that much. So I'm going to just like use my container and let the butter melt by itself. So again, the slower your heat is, the better it is. So again, as I was saying, that ghee has been used in Indian food for ages. Okay, and in ancient time, what we used to do, and still we do it in India. Like a lot of families in India, we still get raw milk, and when we boil the milk,
Right.
you get a layer of fat.
Yeah.
And we usually take that fat out and we store it. And usually it is stored for a week. Like every time you boil the milk, you take the fat out
Right.
and you just keep adding it. So what it does is basically it's kind of fermenting. Okay. So and which is like that's what it's good, which makes it nice and what's the right word?
Fatty.
Yeah, that too. So the fermentation is good. It brings out good bacteria, okay,
Right.
in the cream. Okay, so that's what we call the cream. And then basically what you do is you churn it. Okay, and when you churn the cream, the butter comes out, and that's the butter which we use. And you can use
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
and the way that is generated from it can be used as buttermilk. Um, so
Right.
let's see.
So we use directly the butter, but there's a whole different other process to make that butter. But of course,
Exactly.
it is more nutritious,
Exactly. And that's what is cultured butter.
cultured butter.
Yeah. And there are uncultured butter which we don't use. So
Okay. We don't like uncultured stuff.
yeah,
We're
uncultured is
cultured
not
people.
good. Like fast and uncultured, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. These are the two things that,
these are the
yeah.
things we are.
But you're keeping the count.
Exactly.
And if you could too, that would be great.
Exactly. So as you can see, the butter has melted.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to increase the heat a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you can see it bubbling. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll let it go. I usually don't like touching, but some people like to take the froth out.
Mm-hmm.
I just let it go. Okay. And everything gets. So what is happening right now? This is talking to you actually. Can you hear it? It's like, why are you boiling me? Why are you boiling me? Because we want to clarify you. That's why. So what is happening? The milk proteins
Uh-huh.
are going to get precipitated, and the oil will come out. Okay, and that's the oil which is called ghee. Okay, and that's why it's called clarified butter. Okay, it's usually very good. Clarified butter has been, or ghee is very rich in vitamin A, E, and K2, and it's rich in micronutrients which are important for your body.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's see. And ghee, as I said, has been used in uh, from ancient India, and the older the ghee is, the better it is.
No, okay.
So it's really good for like mental health issues. It's good for anxiety, and there is in Ayurveda it's known as Ghritam, and there are like hundreds of recipes
Mm-hmm.
with ghee which people use in Ayurveda or the Indian traditional medicine
Right.
to take care of different ailments.
Right.
Like
It's very good for your joints as well.
exactly.
Yeah, and in winters it is specifically very good. We make laddus out of it.
And like I remember growing up, my grandma used to have this bottle of ghee in her suitcase, and she'll drop it in her eyes, and we used to make fun of her. It's like, man, she can get enough ghee, and, and now I know that it's really good for your eyes. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Great. So,
So as you can see, it's like nice and boiling, and it's foaming at the top. So I'm just not going to touch it. I'm going to let it go. And can you guys hear the bubbling?
I can.
So, it's that's one parameter you can see when your butter has become ghee. So it's like a maturation process. Okay.
Wow. So, Masi, like today we are cooking it. How long can we store it for, and how do we store it?
So ghee can be stored for like number of years. Okay. Like
Really?
yeah, it can be stored for 10, 20, 30 years in room temperature. Okay. And the best way to store it is in any of your containers. Like in olden times, it used to be stored in earthen pots.
Right.
Okay. Anything which doesn't have water. Okay. So anything dry is good, and airtight would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the best thing about ghee is it can be stored for at room temperature for as long as you want. So people used to take it a lot for traveling and things like that. So
Yeah. And if what are the ways we can use ghee in our daily life since it is so good? Like, what are the different ways we can incorporate this in our food?
okay, good question. Okay.
All questions for you guys. If you have any
So
questions, please write us in the chat.
so actually it's let me think. It's good for like any kind of heat burns. Okay. It's good for massaging, and it's amazing for dry hairs.
Oh,
Yes, like if you have dry hair, it acts as a good conditioner for your hairs. And let's see, it's amazing for joints, especially as you know people are aging or maturing, as our butter is. You know, so it's good for that. And let's see what else.
yeah. And what are the foods that we can use this for?
So ghee, we can use it for anything basically. For tempering, for frying, to make any kind of doughs,
Right.
in pastries, uh, in pastas, or in or just eat it like that. Now, actually, in some parts, they've started using it in coffee. I don't know if you ever had it.
Yes.
If you never had it, maybe you want to try it. You know,
It is very famous. It is
yeah.
called the bullet coffee because everybody is realizing the benefits of ghee or the clarified butter and they want to incorporate it in their food. One of the traditional way Indians do it is also use it over their chapati or roti, and
Exactly.
yeah.
So can you guys see it? Like, it's started to uh, getting little brown. I'm still not touching it. I'm just stirring it a little bit.
Right.
And I mean, if you can hear the sound has changed. Previously it was going like, now it's like,
Yeah.
so can you see my difference? So it's the same like ghee. So now it feel it's mature. So we are going to turn it off.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And now we are going to strain it.
So we want to hear the bubbling sound like when it gets lower. Is it when it is
Exactly.
done?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does not take very long, as you all can see. We made it right from the scratch, from the butter itself, and
Okay. So as you can see, this is like a, and you strain it. I'm trying to get all these milk proteins out, which are casein, and it's good for people who are lactose intolerant too. Okay.
yeah.
So and these are basically the impurities, you know, which you can see. And here you go. There's your clarified butter, guys.
Good fat, good fat here. That's the good fat.
Yes. And
That was pretty quick. I mean,
I
I
know.
never realized making ghee was so easy.
It is very easy. So that's what we are trying to focus on, things which are easy,
And
fast,
healthy.
and healthy.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you can see, guys, ghee, our clarified butter is extremely healthy. It's very easy to make at home and then also use it at home. So we hope you do it, you like it, and you make it at home instead of the store bought. This is more nutritious than the store bought, and obviously, if you could make butter, that would be even great. But
Yep. Let's geet up. All right.
okay. Okay, hope you liked this recipe. Please send us if you liked it, if you made it, if you have any questions, and like, share, and subscribe as always. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys. Stay
Bye.
safe.